What's good, YouTube? Welcome to VJ Basketball Takes, and today we're talking about players and teams that have exceeded our expectations. And the first player / team that we're going to be talking about is the New York Knicks and Julius Randle. Now, Julius Randle was always a very good player, but he just never took his game to the next level. But now this season, he really has taken the game to the next level. Last year, he's only averaging 27% from the three-point line, and now this year he's averaging 41% from the three-point line, and I think 44% from the field in general. This year, he's having a very good year, and it's a clear all-star for this year. And it is not only him on the Knicks that is playing very good this year. You also have players like Emmanuel Quickley, RJ Barrett, and D Rose to also help the Knicks play good. And you have key role players like Nerlens Noel, or before he got injured, Mitchell Robinson. And with them attributing to the team, they now have the highest defensive rating in the league today, and it's in first place for points allowed by opponents. This team is very much a problem. Last year, before this season, we literally saw the Knicks was in the 11th seed and didn't even qualify for the bubble. But now this year they completely turned it around and now have secured the 4th spot in the East and now are very much playoff contenders for this year. Now the next team and player I want to talk about is LaMelo Ball and the Charlotte Hornets. Now LaMelo Ball to me is playing like Lonzo before his rookie season. And I do believe someone else said that, but until I've learned who said that, I'm going to just say that he has been playing like we thought Lonzo Ball was playing in his rookie season. Or we wanted him to play in his rookie season. And LaMelo Ball just been great ever since he started. He's been averaging 20 points per game, 7 boards, and 6 plus assists a game. And he's averaging over 40% from the field goal and three-point line. And he has been contributing 2 wins also. The Charlotte Hornets as a whole is a very much playoff contender team now, and they're 6th in the East right now. Before this season started, no one expected the Hornets to even be as high as they are right now. They probably thought they would be like a bottom team in the whole league, not in the Eastern Conference, but in the whole league. When people saw that the Hornets signed Gordon Hayward to the $175 million deal, they probably thought that they wasted the money in a player that is past his prime already. But Gordon Hayward showed us that he's still a very much capable all-star this season. And they also have Terry Rozier, who have been balling out this whole season. Now, even though Devontae Graham has been struggling, you also have players like Miles Bridges and P.J. Washington stepping up and contributing very much playful minutes. This team is an actual contender for the playoffs right now. While I don't think they're going to make a deep run, but it is a good start to a young team. Now the next team I want to talk about is the Utah Jazz. Now the Utah Jazz has been a good team and a playoff contender team ever since Donovan Mitchell has joined the team. But this year it seems like they just like the best team in the whole NBA. And technically they are record-wise the best team in the NBA. They have not even suffered double-digit losses yet. And this team is just all around good. You have a defensive player of the year in Rudy Gobert, a bucket getter in Donovan Mitchell, arguably the best bench player in today's league in Jordan Clarkson. You have a player like Joe Ingles and another player like Royce O'Neal that can give you a 3 and that can get a hot hand at any time. And you also have a good scorer in Bojan Bogdanovic. And to me, this team all around is a very good team, and they're a very, very, very good playoff contender. They can even contend for the finals if they wanted to. Now the next team I'll be talking about is the Phoenix Suns. And the Phoenix Suns, well, in the bubble, we've seen the Phoenix Suns go off in the 8 games they played in the bubble, going off 8-0. But we also didn't think that them getting Chris Paul was gonna make this much of a difference. They now sit second in the whole league record-wise, and this team has just been good. You have a bucket getter and Devin Booker who can score 25 or 30 at any night. And if Devin Booker's having a bad game, you have Chris Paul who can score clutch points for you and can give you 22. He can give you 20 and like 10 assists. He's also a very good defensive player too, and a very good leader. You have a solid big man in DeAndre Ayton, and you also have other shooters like Cameron Johnson and a 3-and-D player in Mikal Bridges. To me, this team is just a very good team. And last year, we did not even expect them to be in the situation they are now. But this just shows how good of a point guard and a leader that Chris Paul is, and how he makes everybody around him just a very much better player than they was before. Now, the next player I will be talking about is Jerami Grant. And I talked about Jerami Grant in another video for people that's having a breakout season. Check that video out, by the way, if you haven't. But this year, Jerami Grant is just balling out. And when we initially saw that he declined the Nuggets offer to sign with the Detroit Pistons, I'm pretty sure people didn't really think of it as like a very good signing or like a very like game changer signing, as he's only averaging 12 points the last season. But this year so far, he has been averaging 23 points per game, and is the most improved player that we've seen this year so far. And he's continuing to average 23 or even 30 points sometimes. Now, the Detroit Pistons have not been winning a lot of basketball, but this is raising his trade value and his value as a player in general. And the last and final player I will be talking about is Zion Williamson. Now, everybody knows that Zion is a very good player, of course. He's the #1 pick, and he's supposed to be the next LeBron James, as other people say. But as only a second-year player, I think he's like 19 or 20 years old, he's already an all-star, and he's averaging 64% from the field goal, scoring from the paint only, and from then and there shooting a 3. He's averaging 25 plus per game, and it just seems like he's a man amongst boys. You always see him bullying other centers like Rudy Gobert and I think Richaun Holmes the other night, and he's a 6'10", 240 plus pound center. It just seems like Zion will be a top 5 player later on in his career in this league. And the Pelicans are not doing the best, but they're starting to pick up their slack and they're starting to win more games than they usually do. Now, with that being said, like, comment, and subscribe. Check out my past videos, and have a good day.